Hi, it's Jim with Cyber-Recon. I want to continue talking with y'all about your Security Plus certification exam preparation. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about Security Information and Event Management, or SIEM tools. These are tools that are used by security operations centers to keep track of what's going on in your organization around the security procedures and the security event logs. So I'd like you all to subscribe, hit that button to be notified, share with your friends, and of course comment below. But let's jump into the slide deck. Security Information and Event Management, SIEM tools, are part of Tools and Technologies, Domain 2, 2.1. SIEM is Security Information and Event Management. It's hardware and software that combined are used to analyze security events and analyze logs. They alert security personnel when specific actions take place on your network or within your information system. One of the things they do is they aggregate information. As we've talked along this path, we talked about different devices that generate logs, such as firewalls, computers, servers, other devices on your network. And those logs are often aggregated in a security, information, and event management system, or a SIEM system. Collecting security information or log data in one central location is important so that we can process it to see what's going on in your network. A SIEM tool translates information into a common format, and feeds that come from different devices across the organization can be available for analysis. The tool will also perform correlation. A mutual relationship or connection between two or more things is what we refer to as correlation. Correlation can be based on a number of things. Common events that happen, the time that something happens, or a certain behavior or specific pattern of behaviors. Be aware that correlation does not necessarily equal causation. Just because things correlate isn't necessarily why a specific thing happens. But a SIEM tool can assist in detecting malicious acts early in their life cycle. We can define rules and develop patterns to help detect attacks early on or even before they start. We often use indicators of compromise to determine if your network, information system, or even computer is under attack or has been attacked in the past. With a SIEM tool, we can develop automatic alerting and triggering. Rules and analytical engines screen data for specific patterns. Similar to what your antivirus program does, it looks for a pattern, and if it sees something that looks malicious, it will alert security personnel. The old adage, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's probably a duck. That applies here. Automatic alerting speeds reaction time because the system doesn't wait for a person to interact before it alerts security personnel. SIEM tools can augment local log data with external feeds. Either they're paid or they're free to help increase information about attacks on other networks. Triggers can automatically respond with predefined actions, whether those actions are just alerting people or if those actions are actually changing network or system parameters. When we're using a SIEM tool, especially when we're using it across an organization that's spread out across different time zones, time synchronization is important. Common time formats and synchronization are important for the correct correlation of events. There's three main methods we can use when we're doing correlation. All systems can use the times that match their local time zone. All systems can use a time zone that matches the SIEM tool, or all systems can use the Universal Traverse Mercator or Greenwich Mean Time, which means all systems are set up on a time that's basically the time of England. When we use the time zone of the local machine, the SIEM tool will have to use a calculation to make sure that all the time zones are calculated when the events are logged so that events can be analyzed using the same time code. There are problems that arise when we use local times. One of the biggest things is the use of daylight savings time. This is obviously not an issue with UTM or using the central time of the SIEM tool. Another problem we run into is event duplication. When the same event is generated by many devices, it will be logged to the SIEM tool. This unnecessarily fills the device up, but smart SIEMs can use correlation and delete duplicate events, or to leave one record and deduplicate the others by deleting them from the record set. Another thing that's important is to make sure that the SIEM tool logs are not modified after they're collected. Data stored in a database for storage, query, and reporting, it's important that it stays there in an unmodified format. Database exploits could cause data to be modified, deleted by the attacker. An important device we can use here is a write once, read many type of storage device, or a worm device. These are also good for working with large sets of data. This covers the basics of the SIEM tool. This is the information you need to know for the Security Plus certification and also for your security career. I'm Jim with Cyber-Recon. Love you to subscribe, hit that bell to be notified, comment below, and as always, share with your friends. Until next time, good luck studying for the exam.